Both of y'all could take this. Just the pageantry of today, game day here, the huge crowd. How easy was it to kind of push that aside and concentrate on the fundamentals of playing a team that's as big and strong as Tennessee is?
I think just knowing before the game that we were going to have a lot of fans was really good because we knew what to expect, and so we just knew that all we had to do was come and play.
For me, it was very nerve-wracking, honestly. I've never played in front of a crowd that big, but just having the support of my teammates and seeing that they were okay, it made me feel, a little at ease. So it was easy to adjust to, and I'm glad that I had them to help me out.
For both of you, because I'm sure you guys would give a different perspective, but probably a similar answer. For Saniya, I mean, this situation, being here, being at South Carolina, players like Aliyah, she understands what it's about. How are you trying to stay focused, especially as you continue to get more minutes, continue to be a contribution on the court, and how has that process been like? And on the flip side, Aliyah, how do you try to help out the younger players who, they're going through this for the first time. They're playing in front of 18,000 and being able to get closer and closer to the SEC tournament?
Yeah, I got you. The process has honestly been long, but definitely fun to experience. When I came in, I knew that we'd face crowds like this because a year ago I was in the crowd, watching the same games being played. So I don't know. It like I said, it was nerve-wracking, but me getting more minutes out there, it felt really good. I think I'm much more comfortable now. Just being out there, going to score, and then hearing my name over the intercom, it just felt really good. And just getting my teammates involved, I think I had a couple assists out there. That makes me feel even better than scoring. So overall, I think it was a good feeling.
And we just try to push them every day, especially in practice, just kind of sticking to the game plan. I think once you stick to the game plan, you know what you're supposed to do, then everything else is kind of just background noise, and so that's what we try to do, and we start that in practice. But also just a lot of communication to keep them in the loop and make sure that they're understanding everything.
Give it back to Matt.
For both of you, I guess Aliyah first, but the senior class, obviously the atmosphere is going to be a big storyline, getting the wins big, but the senior day for them as well. I know you don't want this season to be over anytime soon, but just what can you say about that group before and what they've given to this program?
I mean, all of the seniors are just really important. They bring energy every day. They're leaders. They show us exactly what we need to do. And, I mean, they've been here since I've been here. Des came in with us, and so it's just like a sad but happy moment to just see how much they've grown.
Corey, go ahead.
Don't cry again. Don't cry again.
I'll shed a tear right now.
Leah, a couple of quick questions for you, and then a couple for Saniya. Anything to read into with the hair color change, or is that just by coincidence?
So my girl Alana, she does my hair. So she picks the colors for me, and so I have no idea what it's gonna be going into the hair her salon. So I kind of showed up all week. I was like, I wonder if she's gonna give me some pink, and then I was like, something tells me it's gonna be orange, but I said nothing because I'm not gonna mess up her vibe. And then I walked in and I was like, there's no way. And orange was right there, and I was like, all right, here we go. So, but she rocked it. I mean, really? You see?
No, hey, she did a phenomenal
you.
job. Phenomenal
go.
job.
And you have blue braces. You just
I mean,
wanted to be
I'm
on Tennessee so
changing.
bad. You wanted to be on
I'm
Tennessee so
changing
bad.
it. Give me a break. My appointment's Wednesday.
That was the last time there. Corey, do you have another question?
Yeah, I did. Aliyah, I can't remember the last time I saw you get into a little bit of foul trouble. You did there late in the first half. What was that like for you, just kind of, being that cheerleader on the sideline for the team as they were trying to work their way around that? And then also for Saniya, real quick, you just kind of mentioned the atmosphere. How much of a help was it for you to kind of start the game on the bench and kind of see your teammates play that first several minutes of the game before you got on the floor for the first time?
Yeah, foul trouble kind of happened, but I just continue to bring the energy. You don't always just have to be on the court to have energy, and so that's what I was just trying to do because my teammates are out there working.
On the bench, I'm not only supporting and clapping, I'm also, observing. Like if a mistake is made, I make sure that I don't go out there and, possibly make the same mistake. So that's a few things that I do on the bench. It was fun to watch, but when I went in, it was time to put the nerves away and just go do my thing. So, yeah.
Go Keisha.
I mean, for both of y'all, number one seed in the SEC tournament, regular season championship clinched. What's the focus on these next two games? Do you look at it as a fine-tuning thing, before the SEC tournament? How do you approach these next two with hardware already in hand?
We approach it the way we've been approaching every single game this season, looking to win and play hard and just continue to improve within each other and on the court.
This is for Aliyah. Dawn has talked a lot this season about how much the double-double streak has meant to you, even if you won't necessarily show it on the court. But to do it with this atmosphere, national audience, what does it mean to you to have tied Sylvia Fowles' record today?
It's really exciting. I'm blessed to be able to do that, and I just thank God for him allowing me to be able to do that. But on to the next one.
Yeah, if I could follow that up, Aliyah. How much, a lot of people consider Fowles one of the greatest centers in basketball history, and this is such a tough league to get one double-double in, let alone 19. How much do you know about her game? How much have you ever watched her, and what does it mean to you to tie somebody who is that stature of the pro game?
Yeah, I mean, it just feels really good. Sylvia Fowles is a dominant post player, and so for me to be right there with her is just a great feeling because I've watched her play and see what she does and how strong she is, and just want to do that.
Pete, go ahead.
Since Aliyah is so calm about it, I'm going to ask Saniya, what is it like watching her put up, double-figure points and rebounds game after game after game?
Honestly, I'm just excited as the fans. The fans, when it's at 9 points, 9 rebounds, as soon as she gets that one, it's just like everybody goes crazy. And I'm over there doing the same thing, just matching the energy. It's fun to watch because that's something I was doing in high school. So it's just like watching someone do it at this level, it's just like, wow, it's amazing that you do that consistently every game. You should honestly be more proud.
I'm good,
You should,
bro.
yeah.
I'm chilling. Like,
You
I'm
can be
fine.
humble, but you can smile
I'm
about
fine.
it. I mean,
Joe, save us from the Zoom.
This is for Saniya. That third quarter, 11 fast break points, 25 points total for the team. It seemed like you and Destiny were running the entire quarter. What was that like, kind of locking down the perimeter and also having to pick up Ray Burrell for most of that game that you were in?
Guarding Ray Burrell was honestly a challenge, but I just had to keep my feet moving, had to do the best that I could. And going back to me and Henny, she's just she's big for me. I get in my head a lot, so her being there for me, always motivating me, pushing me through it. It felt good to go on a run with her out there, because seeing her smiling, us tapping hands, it felt really good to me. So.
And on the other side, seems like you're logging more and more minutes at the point guard position. Tennessee applying a lot of pressure from first minute to the end of the game. What's your comfort level right now running point, and how do you feel that you're coming along as the season winds down?
It's definitely coming along. At the beginning of the season, I said I don't want point guard. I don't want anything to do with it. Like, you can ask coach. Like, I was just pushing away, but then it was just like a mentality switch. I was just like, if I want to play, if she wants to put me at point guard, that's just the position I'm gonna have to adjust to. And I think I'm adjusting pretty well, and it's only gonna get better from here.
Any other questions for student athletes?
Oh, thank you.
Michelle, one more.
Aliyah, I wonder if you could just sort of talk about the mindset when you've been number one wire to wire so far, and just being able to sort of stay in the moment, not get too ahead. It seems like that's something you do very well individually. Have you also helped your team do that?
Yeah, it's just all about, Coach says all the time, keeping the main goal. And so going into every game, we're just focused on that. Just focused on, well, if we do this, if we do that, everything, we'll just play and we'll see how it goes from that. But just staying focused on our opponents and what they like to do and knowing how we have to scout them is just important.
Thank you, ladies.
Thank you.
Thank you.